friends. So, just going to give it a minute and see if anyone else is going to be joining us tonight. Not if. I know you guys always come on. I'm usually a little late, so sometimes you come on a little later too. That's fine. So, for those of you who will be watching this later, um, thank you so much for being here. So, we haven't had a sprint for a little while because there's been a lot happening, and it's all good things. It's all good things. I finally posted a video that I wanted to post for a week. I had a solar eclipse day vlog, and I posted that, and so I was very, very proud of myself because, man, I want to post videos more frequently, but it feels like the days are just not long enough. They're long enough for me to record. Just to find the time to edit the videos and actually schedule them. Sometimes that doesn't get done as timely as I'd like it to, but it's fine. It's fine. They come when they can. I do them when I can. So I just wanted to say hi. Like I said, haven't had a reading sprint all week. I haven't been reading either. I feel like I finished one book recently. I finished This Spells Love by Kate Robb. Talked about that in my Eclipse Day vlog, which if you saw that video, then I hope you enjoyed it. A lot of just random moments. I tried to share some of the things that I did on that day, not related to reading, not always. But there are other parts to my life, as I'm sure there are to yours. So um, haven't been reading is what I'm saying. We had family come to visit last weekend, and this week at my daughter's school, they are celebrating the week of the child. So, you know how mothers get a day and fathers get a day, and even teachers get a day. This week is all about the children. So, every day this week, there's been a different theme to the day. And so, we've just been trying to prepare for the events of the week. So, I think one of the teachers told me that it's, I guess, a national celebration. So if you have children, or if maybe not your own children, but children in your life somewhere across the United States, let me know if you know of the week of the child being celebrated in other places. So, yeah, this week they had a day that was Crazy Hat Day, a day that was Twin Day, and the teachers chose another child in the class to be their twin. And so they were supposed to wear not necessarily coordinating outfits, but the same color scheme. That was today. And my daughter got chosen to wear green. And where I have a lot of green things, my daughter doesn't necessarily like green, so she doesn't have a lot of green things. So that was a little bit of an adventure finding an outfit. Then one day was dressed to impress, and I missed a day. So dressed to impress, Crazy Hat Day. Oh, inside out, backwards, crazy mixed up, or something like that kind of day. And tomorrow is pajama party day, and they're going to be having pizza, and so they're looking forward to all of that. And then there's all the other stuff, projects and all that stuff. So yeah, I've been busy. They've been keeping me busy. But I did pick up back this book. This is Nina George, A Little Village of Book Lovers. And she's the author who gave us the Little Paris Bookshop. So quick story time. When my husband and I met, our first Valentine's Day, he bought me a book. Among other gifts, we went to a concert. And it was a fantastic experience. We went to see a jazz concert at Lincoln Center, and it was amazing. But he also gave me a gift, and the gift was this book, The Little Paris. Oh, there's so much light. Let me turn this down. Is that better? Yeah, he had given me the Little Paris Bookshop, and I loved it. I actually really, really enjoyed the story. So I haven't read anything else by the author, but now she is back with The Little Village of Book Lovers. And so the publishers had sent this to me some weeks ago, and I wanted to read it. And so I actually picked it up and started reading a few pages. And then I didn't get very far. So I put it down. But I want to read it because I had actually put it on a challenge. So, you know me, I do a lot of book challenges. One of the challenges that I joined is called Book Challenge by Erin, and it is run on Facebook. The creator's name is Erin. She has other people who work as administrators of the challenge now. And so twice a year, every year, um, this is the 20th iteration of the challenge. Twice a year, there's a challenge that runs for about 4 months. And there's some categories, and you choose the book that you want to read for the category. You choose it before the challenge begins, and you're kind of locked in, but not really. Like if you decide to choose a different book, you can. So I'd chosen my 10 books, and so far the challenge ends at the end of August, and so far I've only finished four of the books. And this was one of the books that I had selected to meet a challenge. This is one of the books that I had selected to meet one of the prompts. One of the prompts was to read a book with book in the title, and so I had this on my TBR. I said, all right, this would be a good time to read it. So um, I don't think I'm going to meet the challenge. I don't think I'm going to finish reading all the books, all the 10 books by the end of April. But if I can finish half of them, so two more books, one more book, one more, right? I said I finished four. Yeah, I finished four. So if I could do one more, if I could do one this week and even one next week, that would be great. So the Little Village of Book Lovers, I have to start again. And it's not very long. It's not super long. It is just about 245 pages. So this is the book I'm going to be reading tonight, is what I'm saying. So I chatted a lot. It's 11:15. I'm going to put 15 minutes on the clock, and we're going to do a 15-minute reading sprint. So let me put that in the chat. We're reading until 11:15. I'm sorry, we're reading until 11:30. And let me know in the comments down below, if you're reading along with me, what you're reading. So this is mine. Let me know what you're reading. Alrighty. Oh, this is so cool. So this is a little grayscale picture, bookshelf, and my blanket also has a little bookshelf. I think it's upside down the way I'm holding it, but I think that's pretty, right? Like, we're matching twins. Like I said, it was twin day today for my daughter. So, okay, I'm gonna read now. I'm entering my book that I'm reading. I'm entering it on Goodreads because are you really reading if you're not logging it? So my Goodreads challenge shows that I am down, way down. It also shows me that the reviews on this book are not great. So I'm going to try not to be swayed by that. I'm just going to enjoy my book. But now I have logged it. I am officially currently reading. Back to the book. Hi, welcome if you're joining. Welcome if you're just joining, is what I mean. So I read 18 pages. I'm at page 18 in 15 minutes, and I took time to make a little note on Goodreads that I'm currently reading the book, as well as I made a little note in my reading journal. I'm really trying to keep up with my reading journal this year. It's not as updated as I'd like it to be, but I'm trying. So, The Little Village of Book Lovers, a novel by Nina George. This is my current read. Like I said, I had started reading this before, so what I have read thus far, I've read before, but I didn't remember what it was. If you had asked me, if you had stopped me and asked me what the book was about, I wouldn't have been able to tell you until I just picked it up again. So I don't think that's a fault of the book. It's just that I have been reading a lot of books recently. Like when I say a lot, I mean a lot. Like I've started a lot of things. Um, and I was reading this before this month. So I was reading it while I was reading books for the BookTube Prize. And that was a lot of books in a short period of time. Um, because I read about 4.5 books in March because I hadn't finished the second book at the end of February. So I don't want to ramble. So this book is set in France in the mid 1900s. Yeah, 1960s, little town in the south of France in the 1960s. And we're reading about a woman and her granddaughter. And the granddaughter is orphaned, so the grandmother has lost her child and her son-in-law. I think it's her daughter and her son-in-law. She's also lost her husband, and so the only family she has at this point is this child. And we're reading now from the perspective of Love and her sister Death. So Love is actually narrating this book. And we're seeing what happens with this family when they're also separated, the grandmother and grandchild. So I'm going to read just a couple of lines to you because I thought that this was some beautiful writing. Where do you start? It says, let's fold up time, even though it hates having this done to it. For why else would we gather together in this book if we hadn't already decided that books are precisely where magic, the great wide world, miracles, and good explanations may all converge? Are books not the last remaining place for otherwise inconceivable encounters between different people, different periods, different landscapes, and different emotions? If love is the poetry of the senses, books are the poetry of the impossible. And it's writing, it's phrasing like that makes me really enjoy books like this. I feel like this is going to be more book like poetic text and meaningful expression than plot. And that's fine for me because I really love poetry. I don't read a lot of it. Like I don't pick up anthologies and poetry books as often as I probably should. But when I find poetic writing in a novel, I'm here for it. So yeah, we are reading about a dazzling encounter between a little girl who's been orphaned and love itself. And the book is narrated by Love. And we meet Love's sister, Death. And she talks about the other emotions or expressions that are related. She calls them cousins: passion, creativity, lust, intelligence, humor, fear. I like it. I'm really liking it so far. So, yeah, I'm at page 18 and I'm going to keep reading. So, I'm going to take a couple more minutes and I'm just going to show you. So, I told you that tonight I was going to give you a little update on what's been happening. So, I'm probably going to make a video tomorrow. I'm going to try to make a video. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to because I have a lot of other things to do because we're going on a little trip sometime next week. And I just have a lot to do to get ready for the trip. One of the things that I need to do is I need to return the books that I have out from the library. And not because all of these books are due, but I have a lot of books here that I've read and I need to return. So I still have some of these books from last round of the BookTube prize. I still have 4 of the 6 books. I have these 4, plus I still have Barbara. And some of these are just books that I checked out because I wanted to make a video about them. And some of these are books that I wanted to read and haven't read yet. One of the things that I'm doing this year is I'm trying to read a few more books from the list of authors that I want to read all their works. So one of those authors is Barbara Pym. And so I requested, I have 4 books out from the library by Barbara Pym. I can't remember who recommended this book to me, but I requested it at the library. It came in yesterday. And I didn't really look at the title, but I thought when I picked it up, I thought that it was the last of the books that I needed to get from the library for the BookTube prize. So I checked it out, and then I realized that it wasn't. So then I had to go back, and it was actually this one. So yeah, so BookTube prize octofinals round meeting BookTube prize quarterfinals round 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 4. I have 4 of them here. And let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4 of them here. Is this also on the list? I'm not sure. And then one of them is in the car. I know I left a book in the car. And then a couple of these books are from Britta's 1001 list that I selected some books that I wanted to read this year. And these 2 are Muriel Spark books because I want to read all of Muriel Spark's works as well. Maybe I should dial down the ambitions a little bit and just focus on one of those authors that I want to read all their works and just get through one of those lists. It's just that like Barbara Pym, I really love her books. I really love her writing, but I can't read them one after the other. So I kind of have to intersperse them. And I really like reading a Barbara Pym book and then reading a Muriel Spark book. I don't know why that works, but it does. I think maybe because my first experience with reading those 2 authors, I read one, then the other, and it just feels like a little sequence that I want to keep repeating. So yeah, I have all these books out from the library. I have 24 books out. So those are the books. I'm going to put these back because I need to keep those. I'm considering returning them to the library and then just requesting them again. But I don't know. But I will go to the library tomorrow and drop these off because these are 4 big books that are just like taking up space. Just taking up space in my bookish areas. Oh, isn't that a joke? This whole area is a bookish area. So it is 11:39, 11:40. I'm going to put another 20 minutes on the timer, and I guess we'll read until midnight. So let me know if you're reading along with me, what you're reading. I'm going to get back to the Little Village of Book Lovers and see if I could get to maybe page 40. I'm going to try to see if I can get to page 50. How about that? All right, so let's read. Hi, Erin. Oh, RuPaul's memoir. I haven't read that. Let me know how you find it. Yeah, it's been a while. I haven't been on here all week. I was just I was just talking about how how different the last week has been. Not just that I haven't been doing these videos, these reading sprints, but I also haven't been reading much. So I'm trying to catch up. Yeah, yeah, life. Love it though. Actually, I love being busy. Um, I do. Okay, I am. I'm at page 40. Okay, I'm going to read to page 42 because that's the end of the chapter. Okay, so I got to page 42 and I started a little list of books that are mentioned in this novel. So far I have Bonjour Tristesse. Is that how that's pronounced? By Francois Francois Sagan. Think I've heard the title before. So books like this, the fact that the title has book in it, I think usually means that it's going to be a book about books. And that line that I read for you, or lines that I read for you earlier, was a little bit about um, the potential of books, like why we read, what we get from reading, aside from entertainment and enjoyment and education, the connection that it affords us with. Like, we can inhabit the lives of the people that we're reading about, even though we're separated in experiences and time and everything else. So I feel like it's appropriate to keep a list. When you're reading a book like this, keep a list of the books that are mentioned. Maybe to read them later, maybe to do a little list challenge, see how many of them I've read, see how many of them you've read, and so on. So, yeah. So I got to page 40, which I still haven't passed the point where I was before. Like I said, I started reading this earlier, a couple of months ago, maybe, and I don't remember where I'd gotten because I did not have a bookmark in the book. So I know I'd passed page 42. Um, I may have actually stopped right here. So I don't know if that's good or bad that I'm putting the book down now, being at that same spot. So I'm gonna try to continue tomorrow. Have a busy day tomorrow because I am getting ready for a trip. I still have some things that I have to go and buy. I still have a lot of things that I have to do. And we're not leaving yet. But my daughter and my husband go on spring break next week. So when they're off, I don't, I don't, I don't do all the things that I probably would, just so that I can hang out with them. So I'm trying to get as much done while they're still in school. So I'm trying to do a lot of that tomorrow. So I'm going to go to bed and try to get some sleep so I can be refreshed and do all the things. And by all the things, I mean all the things I can to do all the things I can tomorrow. So thank you so much for joining me. Thank you so much for reading along with me. I hope it was a productive hour for you. I had a great time. And so I will try to have a video up tomorrow. But if not tomorrow, sometime over the weekend. Okay. I hear stirring upstairs. So gotta go. Have a great night. See you tomorrow. Bye.